if you've seen this or heard this, but the CDC just came out with new guidelines for how next year's school year is supposed to look for our kids. I'm not happy about it. I'd like to share with you a couple of parts that I think are wrong. So let's take a look. All right. Cloth face coverings. Teach and reinforce the use of cloth face coverings. What are we? Iraq? Seriously, is this Iran? Face coverings may be challenging for students, especially with younger students, to wear in all-day settings. Yeah, they probably shouldn't. Children younger than 2 years old should not wear face coverings, but anybody above 2, they need to wear face coverings. Wow. Shared objects. Discourage sharing of items that are difficult to clean or disinfect. Keep each child's belongings separate from others and in individual labeled containers, cubbies, or areas. Ensure adequate supplies, minimum sharing of high-touch materials. So basically what this is saying, your child's not going to learn how to participate in a regular relationship, in a regular world at all, because they're not even going to be taught to share. That's not safe. They can't do that. Modified layouts was interesting to me. They want space at least 6 feet apart when feasible. All the desks need to face the same direction. And the distance between kids on school buses is 1 per row and skip every other row. I don't know about you guys, but our bus is crazy. Physical barriers and guidelines. Install physical barriers such as sneeze guards and partitions, particularly in areas where it is difficult for individuals to remain at least 6 feet apart. Physical guidelines such as tape on floors or sidewalks and signs on walls to ensure that staff and children remain at least 6 feet apart from in lines, blah, 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 whatever. You know what's something interesting about the 6? There's like biblical meaning to numbers and stuff, and we all know that on the 7th day, God rested. But what did he do on the 6th day? On the 6th day, he created man. And I just never got the memo that he messed up on our immune system. But, I mean, I guess here we are. And we have man's frailty just shoved in our face with all the 6 feet apart, whatever. Communal spaces are not encouraged. Use shared spaces such as dining halls and playgrounds with shared equipment, if possible, should be disinfected between uses. Add physical barriers such as plastic or flexible screens between bathroom sinks, especially when they cannot be at least 6 feet apart. I don't know about you, but oftentimes when I go to the bathroom, there's not every sink being used. This is stupid. This is so dumb. Food service. Have children bring their own meals. I hate making meals. That's why I send them to school. Just joking. Gathering visitors and field trips. Pursue virtual group events, gatherings, or meetings if possible, and promote social distancing of at least 6 feet apart between people if events are held. Limit group size. Limit non-essential visitors, volunteers, and activities involved in external groups. Pursue virtual activities and events in lieu of field trips. Students' assemblies, special performance, school-wide parent meetings, and spirit nights as possible. What is the point? The day before all of this happened and the shutdown happened was the evening that my middle child, who is such a performer through and through, was able to perform in a school play. And it was wiped out from underneath her. And they're not even going to be able to have that ever in the future. What is this world we're morphing into? Is it better? Because, no, this does not look good. Limit any non-essential visitors, volunteers, and activities involving external groups or organizations as possible. That means if you enjoyed volunteering, you might not be allowed to anymore at your kid's school. So they're going to be completely and utterly raised by the state. This is so insane. God, what did we used to do before all of this? Communication system. Put a system in place for consistent with applicable law and privacy policy, having staff and families self-report to the school if they or their student have symptoms. That is so scary. That is so fucked up, honestly. Let's just say it how it is. Like, what is this, Hunger Games? Like, may the odds be ever in your favor. Recognize signs and symptoms. Conduct daily health checks, temperature screenings, and or symptoms checking. I will not subject my kid to any of that. Nope. This is the part that gets me. It's kind of funny. Support coping and resilience. Yeah. In this environment, I really see resilience just flourishing. Encourage employees and students to take breaks from watching, reading, or listening to news stories about COVID-19. How the hell do you take a break from that when, like, literally this is how life looks now? People. Notify health officials in close contacts. In accordance with state and local law, should notify local health officials and families immediately in case of COVID-19. So if your kid tests positive or has a fever or something happens and they are tested positive, it is the school's job to communicate with local law, inform those who have had close contact with the person diagnosed. Do you guys see how psycho this is? This is not safety. So wear a mask over the age of 2. No sharing of any items or supplies. Desks 6 feet apart, all facing the same way. Distance on school buses, 1 child per seat, skip rows. Sneeze guards. One-way routes in hallways. No communal sharing spaces, no cafeterias, no playground. Physical barriers or screens between sinks and bathrooms they're deeming necessary. Only prepackaged boxes or bags of food instead of cafeteria food. No field trips, assemblies, or external programs. Limit volunteers and visitors. Same children stay with the same staff all day. No switching groups or teachers. I don't know about you, but I think that teacher might need a break from some kids. Why do we think this is a healthy situation? Stagger arrival and departure time for students. If possible, daily health and temperature checks. Several rules about cleaning and disinfecting throughout the day. Like, this is psycho. Okay, so how does all of that make you feel? Because I'm not cool with this. I think this is so beyond stupid. I can't even understand why we are here. They are the least affected in the data. And if we are doing everything based on the science, wouldn't that be a relative thought here? Like, I struggle. I struggle. I hate these people. Like, they're so stupid. I just can't even handle the changes that have happened. And I'm done being quiet, and I think all moms need to stop being quiet, and we need to talk about all of it. And I'm sorry, I get that you are offended that I do not wear a mask. I don't wear it because I don't want to comply to all of this. Homeschooling was plopped on my lap. Had I known that I was going to be the sole person responsible for my child's education, I would have, 1, had the mental capacity to do that. 2, would have had a schedule to be able to balance my work and their lessons. But no, it was plopped on like literally a Thursday night. Like, oh, they're never going to school again, ever. School as you've known it is gone. So I'm a hairstylist. I am a makeup artist, and all my weddings just done. Like, don't even count on them. I'm not making any money this year. I just barely got back to the salon. Today I worked my 2nd day. That's it. And my first day back, I will tell you, I was so fulfilled. And I told my husband, I said, I am a working mom. I love working. I have worked since I was 14 years old, nonstop. This has probably been the longest I've never worked. And my heart sings because I work. I love working, and I love my kids. And school allowed that to happen. I cannot justify sending my kids back like this. I can't. So let's be loud. Let's be like a mother and like let these motherfuckers know, I'm sorry, CDC. I'm sorry, superintendent. I'm sorry, the dumb people who are gonna sue them, which is why they have to make these dumb rules. They are not doing it to protect our kids from the virus. They are literally doing it because you have dumb people who will sue them if they get sick because of stupid. I guess I'm homeschooling next year. I do not want to. But more so than anything, I will not send my kid to jail. Oh my gosh. Guys, we're sending him to jail. This is jail. How is this different? How is this different than jail? No, that's the whole point in raising kids. The whole point is to not have them go to jail or anything of the sort. So, I'm done being quiet. I don't know if you could tell. I'm done. And you need to be done too. So share this. Let people know how stupid these rules are. And, I don't know, maybe we should start a tribe of, wild, crazy, moms who are raising warrior babies. I'm down if you are.